3 homages. Buddham. Welcome everyone. Happy birthday, Buddha. Everybody just chuckled. Okay, let's say happy birthday, Buddha. Happy birthday, Buddha. There we go. Okay, great. It's a special service we have every year, oddly enough, for the Buddha's birthday, our flower festival. You might have noticed that it was a flower festival. Is my mic on? Am I doing this wrong? How about now? How about now? Ooh, that's too much.
No podium mic. No podium mic. Okay.
Just my headset. My headset seems to be way too much.
Turn down the headset,
Maybe
please.
turn down the headset. How about now? Is this
Yeah,
good?
that's better.
People in the back, can they hear me? Thumbs up. Okay, good. Happy birthday, Buddha. Welcome, everyone. Flower Festival, Hanamatsuri. We call it Hanamatsuri because Hana is flower in Japanese, so Matsuri is festival. Every year, we celebrate the wonderful birth of a Hindu prince 2,666 years ago, this year, in what is now Nepal. We call him Shakyamuni. He's the sage of the Shakya people, otherwise known as the Buddha. We recreate Lumbini Garden, the place of his birth, here on the altar, even with a baby Buddha who came from Lumbini. We actually purchased him, but you know, that doesn't sound very sacred. But anyway, we got him. I actually had to haggle pretty good. You know, they wanted 2,000 rupees for, and I'm like, how about 500? We settled in at 1,200. It was quite a pleasant evening, actually, in Lumbini, and that is a replica of the big giant statue at Lumbini that's there now, if you visit there. It's quite beautiful. It's very big. So, baby Buddha, he extends his right arm, proclaiming his wonderful value. He will be a great boon to all the beings of the world. He's reaching out with that arm to everyone in this way. When he was born, the heavens opened up and these dragons flew by, and they anointed the baby Buddha with sweet tea, as we say. I think it was a rainstorm is what happened, but okay. I'm a modern person, so it's hard for me to be mythically energetic. But we recreate that experience as you saw the priests do. Bless you, dear. The priests do with the sweet tea in a little pond around the Buddha statue, and there's some ladles, and you pour the sweet tea 2 scoops over the Buddha. So, just like we always wash a baby when it's born, that kind of thing. Lumbini garden, sweet tea. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm trying to find. But first, we will chant the Zensho Kata, a invocation calling all Dharma beings from everywhere in the 10 directions to be present here with us today. As we chant, you will have your opportunity. So first we'll chant the Zensho Kata, and then it will be time to, when we're chanting the Shoshinge, to offer the sweet tea. So if that makes sense, you're ahead of me. Bathing the body of the Buddha is an act of cleansing ourselves. So when we pour this tea over, imagine you're kind of cleansing all the extra stuff that you've accreted over the year, and you can start fresh like a little baby, a new beautiful year. So, okay. Thank you.
Zensho Kata. Zensho mi da ni udo no fui igu ugan ouji Kanon Seishi Jinja May the spiritual presence of Amida Buddha, Kanon and Seishi Bodhisattvas, and all enlightened ones, past, present, and future, permeate this hall like flowers,
to send forth wisdom like flower petals through the sky to awaken those of us gathered.
I really wanted to throw those flower petals. Okay.
You skipped a line there.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Shoshinge. Kimyo muryo junyorai. Namu fukashi
ko Ozobo sain ni ji, zai sei ji zai obusho, 刀剣勝負浄土院国土林田自然幕根流無常首相安双方慶雨大偶勢五行四唯四小十十世妙正文字法不法無量無変更無下無体公園の少女歓喜知恵公不断難し無償公超日が交渉人生一切群上無交渉本願用語少女語死心心行願に因上等学書大涅槃非死滅道願成就如来所意公主世唯世弥陀本願会五辱悪事群上会法身如来如実言の法一年喜愛心不断煩悩特涅槃本性逆法再永入妙種死ぬ海一味聖種信仰上昇後意の水波無明暗頓内心臓死運無上不信じ信心天異尿に古不運無運無資源妙無安逆心謙虚大狂気即応超税合悪種異最善幕門部人門心如来偶税願仏言広大小芸者税人妙分大理家弥陀部本願念部邪見教魔なく修上信行十字人理難難中死難無可死インド最天地論芸中華自治義士こそ現代諸公聖書意妙如来本税大き釈迦如来両河線一種五妙難天軸流樹大事出頭世質の財波有無権先世大乗無常法小可義事小安楽賢治難行六六信行異行指導楽億年弥陀部本願次年即時入奮上唯の上昇如来語法法大悲偶税音天神菩薩増論世奇妙無下根如来永寿たら見心寺高専王朝大聖願高有本願力栄光異道群上小維心非入苦毒大崩壊筆脈入大永寿主特使蓮華造世界即小信用小信有本の人間人図入生自音自大芸本自動乱両天地上高乱小菩薩来三蔵如是十上教本性専業気楽法天神菩薩論中下報道因果見世願方言栄光ゆたりき少女死因唯心人惑前本部新人法承知承知即涅槃非死無量光明の小雨修上回復系同社継承道南省唯名浄土活入万全自力変言集変満特語感染症三部三心軽音言増魔法明道非因異生増悪地偶税
思案妖怪称名か全道独名無償意公愛上三両逆枠公明明語権二年海流本願大地界行者小樹金剛心狂気一年総合用意大と逆三人即小小四上楽現鎮公開一大教変気安養官二祭先祖終身半仙人法華二道小弁流極十悪人唯勝部外悪罪非正集中煩悩証言追復権大非無権上昇が本次元空妙仏教連民全幕本部人新宗教書後編集戦弱本願具惑性現来生じ臨伝芸慶地義上位少子即入弱上無意楽七心地にの入具兄弟自主死と上妻無変極辱悪同族自主具道心唯過心しこそせナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムミダジョブのこの方は今に自己をへたまえりほしのこうりやぬきわもなくせのもみょうを照らすなりナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブ Namu Amidabu. Namu. Geda no korim kiwa monashi. Hoso kukamuru mono ami ina. Umu wo hanaru to no betamo hou byoudo kaku ni kimyo seyo. Namu Amidabu. Namu Amidabu. Namu Amidabu. Namu Amidabu na Amu Amida Amu Namu. Shoujo komyo narabinashi gushi kou no yue nare eba isai no gouke mo no zo kori inu hikyo e wo kimyo se yo. Eko Anishi kudoku Myoudo sei sai domo daishin hojo an ra ho. We will now have a very special offering this morning, a baby blessing of our granddaughter, Elizabeth Rose Fisher.
In the center.
Today, we are delighted as the grandparents to celebrate a special baby blessing for Will and Erin Fisher's second baby, Elizabeth Rose Fisher. This is a very joyous day, especially on Mother's Day. How perfect. We come together to take part in a ceremony to recognize, honor, and welcome their beautiful baby daughter, Elizabeth, into the wider community of family and friends and into our Buddhist Sangha. Baby Elizabeth represents our future and the hope for the world. Today, we simply give thanks and celebrate all the many wonderful blessings that Elizabeth brings. She is a celebration of love and life. She came into this world with her own karma through many, many causes and conditions that make up her life. She is a gift. Elizabeth's smiles and coos and presence enrich the lives of all who know her, and we are honored to welcome her to our temple community. Please know that you, Elizabeth, always have teachers, Dharma friends, and your grandparents here at the Reno Buddhist Center, in addition to the support and love from your family and friends. Our community is a place where you can give and receive the Dharma, friendship, and help. We will guide you so that you will be aware of your own Buddha nature. The seeds of love, compassion, generosity, ethical discipline, patience, joyous effort, concentration, and wisdom already exist inside you. We will help you cultivate this aspect of your Buddha nature. Trust in the three jewels, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. We will now perform the special baby blessing for Elizabeth Rose. As Reverend Matthew Papa, known to Elizabeth, touch the Nenju tassels on the top of her head. You will learn through your own life experiences, and we will do our best to give you the skills to make wise decisions and to handle situations creatively and with kindness. You are connected, protected, loved, and blessed. Touch the tassels to the baby's forehead. All your senses are blessed, protected, and awakened. Touch the tassels to the baby's heart. May you develop a kind heart in all that you do. Your heart is blessed so that you may feel compassion for yourself and for others. Touch the Nenju tassels to both of her hands. Your hands are blessed so that you may reach out to the world. And touch the tassels to both of her feet. She does like to grab now. And her feet. Your feet are blessed so that you may connect with the earth, be grounded, and stand with confidence and kindness in this world. Know that your spirit is strong and it will guide you through this life. Know that you are deeply loved and that your presence brings overwhelming joy. Namandams, namandams, namandams. And if you look behind you next to the baby Buddha, there's a little special Nenju right on the left-hand side. That is baby Elizabeth's Nenju.
Yes, it's for you. It's for you.
Oh, good.
Can I eat it?
Thank you all. Thank you. Love you. Right in the mouth. Yes. Good job. And now we will have a story. Don't sit down. I would like to invite the children to come up, right up to where the podium is. Reverend Matthew and Will be there. The children would like to come up and sit down. One of you's already there. If you'd like to come up, you may. You want to? I know there are kids in the audience. Here you go. There you go. Good job. Come on up.
Yeah.
Special story for you, for everyone.
Go with the pictures. Hello. Hello. Hi. There's some more, and some more, and some more, and some more.
Wonderful.
Come on. You can make 2 rows. Yeah. You can come here. Okay. Here's the story of Siddhartha Gautama's birth. Many, many years ago, actually about 2,666, King Suddhodana ruled the land called Shakya, near the Himalayan mountains, in now what is Nepal. For the first 20 years of their marriage, King Suddhodana and Queen Maya had no children. They wished for a child, since they were first married, but were a little sad they hadn't had any children yet. One day, during the midsummer festival, Queen Maya went to her bedroom to rest. She fell asleep and had an amazing dream. She dreamt that 4 angels carried her high into the white Himalayan peaks and clothed her in flowers, and a magnificent white elephant with 6 tusks, holding a white lotus flower in his trunk, approached the queen, circled her 3 times, and pressed the lotus blossom against her side. She instantly had that special feeling of a child growing inside her. When Maya awoke, she told her husband about the dream, King Suddhodana. The king summoned 64 sadhus, which are very wise men, to come and explain what the dream meant. The Brahmins said that Queen Maya would give birth to a son who would become a very important world leader, either a wonderful spiritual leader or a wonderful emperor. We know which the king wanted to happen, but okay. The king was very happy because he had longed for a son who could rule his kingdom and more after he was gone. As was the custom of the day, so time went by, 10 months, oddly enough. As was the custom of the day, when the time for the birth grew near, Queen Maya traveled to her childhood home of Devadaha to give birth. That's where her mother was. It's always better to be with your mother. With the king's blessing, she left Kapilivastu on a palanquin carried by 100 people. A palanquin is kind of like a big chair with handles on it, and then everybody carries it along. And they generally chant while they carry it. It's always quite beautiful. On the way to Devadaha, the procession stopped in Lumbini Garden, which was full of blossoming trees and flowers because it was springtime, just like this. I had it, and then I was got okay. Attracted by the beautiful garden, the queen asked her courtiers to stop, and her handmaidens assisted her to a nearby grove of trees for privacy. One Ashoka tree lowered a big flowering branch to support her as she delivered the baby. She reached up to touch the blossoms, and her son was born. She had experienced no pain at all. Then the queen and her son were showered with perfumed blossoms, and 2 streams of sparkling water poured from dragons from the sky to bathe them. It is said that the child was born fully awake. He could speak and told his mother he had come to free all mankind from suffering. He could stand, and he walked a short distance in each of the 4 directions. 7 steps, and each place he stepped his foot, a lotus blossom sprouted up. He said, raising his right hand and pointing his finger like this, "I alone am the world-honored one." They named him Siddhartha, which means he who has attained his goal. Then Queen Maya and her son returned to Kapilavastu. Sadly, the queen died 7 days later, and the infant prince was lovingly nursed and raised by the queen's sister, Pajapati, as if she was her own son. Pajapati would later be ordained as Shakyamuni Buddha's first female Sangha member and a wonderful leader to the devoted tradition of Buddhist nuns. The end. Well, thank you very much.
We will now have a walking meditation with the children and their parents, and led by Aaron, as we all chant "Let the Buddha Walk with You," the full song. We will do that a cappella. A cappella.
A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
With the bell.
Let the Buddha walk with you. Let the Buddha walk with you. Let the Buddha walk, just walk. Let the Buddha walk with you. The Buddha's strolling through the Milky Way, strolling through the moon and stars, walking in the garden and the universe. Let the Buddha walk with you. Let the Buddha smile in you. Let the Buddha smile in you. Let the Buddha smile in your eyes. Let the Buddha smile in you. The Buddha's smiling in each being, smiling in the smallest heart, with the patch of blue sky and the morning bird. Let the Buddha smile in you. Work. Let the Buddha work in you. Let the Buddha work in you. Let the Buddha work peacefully. Let the Buddha work in you. The bees are working in the garden, working wholeheartedly, like the butterfly gracefully. Let the Buddha work in you. Let the Buddha live in you. Let the Buddha live in you. Let the Buddha live in your heart. Let the Buddha live in you. The Buddha lives in every being, living like a shining star, with infinite compassion and a grateful heart. Let the Buddha live in you. Let the Buddha live in you. Namo Bubs, Namo Bubs.
You may take your seats when you find them. Well done, everybody. Getting this queued up. Here we sort of, come on, you can do it. It's very slow. It's coming. Oh, no. There we go. Thank you. I am so happy to be with all of you this morning. Really, just fills my heart to have you all here. On this occasion of Mother's Day, it will be a good experience to explore the mothers of the Buddha. Did you all know that Buddha had more than one mother? There is an essential power in all of these women. They brought light into the world with feminine creative energy empathy, and intuition. Without them, everything would be very different for us. And in some way, they did what each of us can do, what each of us is destined to do someday, bringing light into the world, just like baby Elizabeth. The Buddha's past life mothers are many. Two we know. Sujata, the young village maid who feeds the ascetic Siddhartha a nutritious bowl of rice milk gruel, rescuing him from the brink of death. She was his mother 100 times before. Happy Mother's Day, Sujata. Another past life Buddha mother is Kanchangala. The Buddha comes upon her when he is wandering, and she spontaneously hugs him. She was the Buddha's mother 500 times in the past. Wow. Happy Mother's Day, Kanchangala. In his Buddha birth, his mother was Queen Maya, as you heard in the story. But before that, the Buddha-to-be, we call him the Bodhisattva. At that stage, he put great thought into choosing his last mother and birth family. Taking final rebirth in our time was a big deal. The Bodhisattva scanned the world from his place in Tushita heaven, trying to decide where and when to take rebirth. The Nidana Kata Sutra captures his conversation with the gods, observing his dilemma. What woman is there who rejoices in restraint and in calm, who is of noble birth, of gentle speech, generous, beautiful, radiant, and tender? What woman is there who has overcome ignorance, passion, and malice? Who can bear me for 10 months? Who has merit to win such honor? Who now shall be my mother? It shall be Maya. When Maya was dreaming that night, the Bodhisattva came down from Tushita heaven and asked her to be his mother. This was a major commitment, and she might not have realized she had already done this 100 times before. She would have been aware that she might not survive the birth of this Mahasattva, but the honor of bearing the world-honored one was great, and so she said yes. A harvest song tells of Maya when she knows she's dying from complications and gives her son to her sister, Gotami. She says, "My little sister, I am entrusting you with my son. This is unbelievably touching and so very moving." Maya gives Pashupati, or we call her Gotami too, some instruction. Knowing she is fading, Maya died 7 days after the birth. She was reborn into Tushita heaven, and so we can happily say, Happy Mother's Day, Maya Devi. The Shakya elders faced a difficult decision. Who would raise the young prince? They concluded their deliberations with this message. It is a difficult task to train and lead one possessed of such saint-like wisdom, of such knowledge and compassion. For when he begins to grow up, who then will be able to attend to him and direct him in the right path? They all agreed that Gotami alone was able to raise their child. King Suddhodana also agreed and went to his wife Gotami and expressed his wishes. Prince Siddhartha's mother, she died. I beg you, dear aunt, to take charge of him and bring him up, that he may grow into manhood. So Gotami became his mother. Happy Mother's Day, Gotami. I share these stories not for the surface meaning, but important people in the Buddha's life have come down to us after 2,666 years as personifications of important principles. Stories may be historically true, but we also interpret the mystical experience of the Buddha as a symbol of the Buddha nature in each one of us. The mothers we have learned about today did a wonderful thing. They brought forth a Buddha in the world. When we know that, the story is brought into focus. Enlightenment seeks birth in the world. Maya's namesake, the goddess Maya, in Hinduism, is the consort of the sun. She is the transmission of light. Light is of no use if it sits in the sun. Through goddess Maya, light flows to the earth. The sun principle is infinite universal light. The light of reality, a light that is very different from just the sun ball in the sky. The light principle is the light of the world. It is that power, infinite life and infinite light, bestowed on everything that exists. Not only the power of life, but the power of intelligence and ultimately freedom. In other words, these mothers bring to the world light that is creation, light that makes things live, light in our own eyes when we see, the light in our heart that gives us love, light that is everywhere, that transforms the darkness of ignorance, selfishness, and fear into radiant enlightenment. Maya brings all this to the world. She brings a change in what we see when we look. An unenlightened person sees a world of difficulties. An enlightened person sees a world of universal principles, spontaneously unfolding and fulfilling, regardless of whether we like it or not. This shift is perfectly possible. We can all enter into the intimate association with this light, the light of Amida Buddha. In the Buddhist view, there is light that is fundamental, not visible light, not physical light, but light that transforms the inner life of everything. Light that lives, a light that shines through the darkness of uncertainty, imperfection, and incompleteness. According to this idea, Maya is this light. The light itself is Amida Buddha, but this light that Maya transmits is the instrument of enlightenment, the light in everything that lives. Maya is not secondary. She manifests the light of the Buddha through creation. She brings forth a Buddha for the world by her womb. A mother creates the child in her. Maya is the fulfillment of the great purpose of being. The eternal maternal principle brings fundamental light into the world. It is so wonderful. In this way, Buddhist teaching is essentially happy. It's a joyful philosophy, not built on fear of death or martyrs or sorrow. A philosophy based on fulfillment. It is based on the idea that doing the right thing is the most wonderful and radiant way to be happy. Sujata did this 100 times. Kanchagala did this 500 times. Maya does this. Gautami does this. Buddha does this. And we can do this. For Buddhists, the insight of life comes through experience. There's something or other that we all have to face or go through. For all mothers, it is fearsome and risky, but with great reward. We can say that all of us bombunins, foolish beings, are aspects of Mahamaya, the mother. We are all mothers, because through us truth will be born. We are parents, because through us that eternal light is manifest in the world. Just flickers at first. We will be invited to accept this same destiny simply because, by accepting, we sacrifice nothing that is real. We receive everything that has eternal value. On Mother's Day, it is a very good thing to think on these things. There is a tremendous power in the simple fact of motherhood. By it, life is changed and transformed. Each individual moves from just being an inconsequential part of a vast pattern to one who becomes a creative force. Through each of us, the light of Amida will come into the world. A kind of special spiritual light perfects the whole world and all that inhabits it. So on this day, let's be very grateful for those who have brought life to this world through the natural miracle of motherhood, and also realize that this motherhood is a beautiful symbol of the transformation of Buddhahood that will come to us all. We are in great debt to all mothers today. Let us share our great wish for them. Please say this, directing light of Amida Buddha to all our Dharma mothers. May you be happy. May you be free from harm. May you receive boundless compassion. And may peace and harmony fill your heart. Namandams, namandams, namandams. We now have our new member ceremony, which we always do on auspicious Buddhist holidays. We love it. So it is with deep gratitude that we will now have our new member ceremony. This semi-annual event is brought to you on Buddha's birthday and Buddha's Enlightenment Day. But you can become a member at any time of the year. As I call your name, will you please walk up to the front of the hondo, right here, and receive your beautiful nenju, specially and just lovingly created by two of our members, Becky and Holly. And then you will receive your kesa, Reverend Matthew over there. Bow to the altar when you cross it, please. So, I will call your names. Randall Irizarry, please come up. And right behind him, Robert Sinclair, please come up. Right here. Lauren Hoffman, bow. Pick an enju. Select one, whatever calls out to you. And your name tag is right here. Please pick your own name. Thank you. And then cross over to Reverend Matthew. Robert. Alejandro Hurtado. Abby Butler. Parker Cole. Fabiola Weems. Pick your name tag. Robert Weems. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. So wonderful. We would like to extend a very warm welcome to our new members. Sangha is an ancient Pali word, those who followed the Buddha. Over 2,666 years ago, came to be a Sangha, a Buddhist community. We are part of a worldwide community that gathers in shared inspiration for the Buddha's enlightenment. The Sangha brings the Buddha's teachings to life. This is our Sangha. The Sangha is the third jewel of the three jewels: Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. This is the living embodiment of the teachings of the Buddha and all who have come before. So we are carrying on this ancient tradition, and it is our deepest, deepest joy to welcome you to the Sangha. We will chant the three homages together as we ring the bell. So we have the bell. Gasho. Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Namandams, namandams, namandams. Know that you have the support of our community here. We gather together always in support, in loving kindness, compassion, and gratitude. So we welcome all of your good energy and your gifts and your smiles, and just come to try everything out: meditation, chanting, Dharma book group, coming to services and other social events that we have, and really dig deep into what resonates for you. And the work parties. Yes. All right. Thank you so much. You may take your seats. Yay! So, just a couple of announcements. Oh no, we have our closing song before we have announcements. Okay. We have our closing song, our temple song, Home in the Meadow. Please rise as you wish.
Away, away, come away with me, where the grass grows wild and the winds blow free. Away, away, come away with me, and I'll build you a home in the meadow. Come, come, there's a wondrous land where the hopeful heart and the willing hand. Come, come, there's a wondrous land where I'll build you a home in the meadow. The stars, oh how bright and far, and a world of pure and eternal law. The stars, oh how bright they'll shine on the home we will build in the meadow. Come, come, there's a wondrous land where the hopeful heart and the willing hand. Come, come, there's a wondrous land where I'll build you a home in the meadow. Beautiful. Thank you. Dr. Matsunaga would love that. I'm sure he's in the Pure Land looking down at us, loving it. So, we have a few announcements. First is we have luncheon downstairs. If you would like to come and be in Sangha together and enjoy some food, and especially Buddha's birthday cake. You have to see this cake. Erin made this unbelievable, beautiful
Buddha's birthday cake. So please come, even if you didn't bring any food, please come downstairs and join in. We would love to have you. And then on next Saturday, because of all these beautiful flowers and veggies and herbs that we received, we will have a planting day on the 18th from 10 to 2. So if you enjoy planting or weeding, or if you don't really want to be out in the sun, we'll have indoor things for you to do. It's sort of a spring cleaning day as well. So we would love to have you, and we will be serving a simple lunch that day to reward your hard work. So thank you all very much, and happy Buddha's birthday and Mother's Day. Namondaps, 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 namondaps. Namondaps, namondaps.